Hello everyone, this is Grandmaster Devashish Das. Today we are going to see a great game between Aronian versus Vishy Anand in Vaikanze 2013. In this game we are going to learn the importance of move order, typical semi-slav plans, how to remember opening move order. Uh, you can't remember everything even if you want to. You have to think and find everything over the board. That's because now theory is getting so vast and you have to analyze everything with engine. Obviously you can't remember everything, all these details, how Anand recalled all those things, and I need help from you guys to find out how much time Anand spent on specific moments. Find that link and please put it in the comment box because I could not find, because chess24 website is shut down. So if you guys can find it, please give the link in the comment, and what you learned from this game, please comment it so that we all can learn together and grow together. So let's get started and enjoy the show. This is standard Miran opening. In 2008 World Championship match, Anand played against Kramnik A6 move order. And this is a very interesting position. Study it. You will learn a lot of different kind of pawn structures, and your understanding will develop towards initiative and imbalances. There is another very interesting game. I think it was Kramnik versus Kasparov. Black will be one pawn down, but very strong center. Study that game from this position. I think Kasparov is black. So this position here, there are three main lines. One is e4, rook d1, and a3. After a3, the idea is he wants to play b4 to prevent c5, because generally in these lines, if black manages successfully to play e5 or c5, black will equalize. So this is his plan. Sometimes black plays a5 move, and this is the idea: b4, then only you can play c5, but it has its own drawback. More normal common is a6 b5. So here he played rook c8. It was a part of preparation, Anand. And if you see Kasimdzhanov, this game was played in January 2013. Kasimdzhanov played against, I think it was against Topalov. Yes, against Topalov. I see my annotation. In 2012, he played rook c8. So it was Anand had full preparation on all this. Maybe he might have prepared all this for World Championship match, and he is using it in Vaikanze. That is most likely. So if white plays b4, then there is c5 move. This is a great interesting invention by Anand team. Takes, and now knight into c5. If you take rook into c5, suddenly black is one piece down just for one pawn, but white king is exposed. And let's say if you play most obvious move like this to protect the knight, let's say this is the pin. So now bishop into h2 is there. If you take, then check, it's just a draw, repetition. White can't do anything much. Let's say if you try to get out of the pin, same thing. Bishop into h2 minimum. So knight into c5 is the move. I mean, this, when c5 move was played, it was very big surprise for many of us, because I was myself a semi-Slav player all my life. My first Grandmaster norm I achieved by playing semi-Slav, this Meron setup. So this is one of my main weapon against d4. And when I saw this move for the first time, it didn't even cross to my mind before Anand played this move. So you can understand, I mean, it's an amazing discovery. So if you take this and then there is knight d5, if you take knight into c3, f4, he wants to prevent queen g5, and then knight f6. And okay, this position is, I prefer black because queen and knight are best combination when you have initiative. Because of that reason, I prefer black. So, I mean, you can't really take this pawn because it's just one pawn up and nothing special. I mean, it's easy to play as a black rather than white. It's looking so scary. So, before, probably, I mean, obviously, Kasimzano played against Topalov, c5 move. So, Aronian must have seen that game. And that's why knight g5 was also in still, people were playing knight g5 mostly. And here, bishop into h2 was played many games. Take, check here, this. And if f3, knight here, this, you go here, bishop e3, they standard play this move, this. White is one pawn down, this position. But white is clearly better, this position. Huh? I mean, if you see this position, black does not have that much weakness. White is having very strong center, double bishop advantage. And what? That's it. But it is white who is having very big advantage. When I saw this position for the first time, I didn't want to agree on this assessment. So when you don't agree to some assessment, what you should do? You should analyze it. You should not blindly believe even if I am telling you or even if engine agrees to some of the assessment. Huh? So this position, you study bishop into h2, why it is not that good. You will learn a lot of great concepts about compensation. Here Anand played c5 because obviously his team must have analyzed bishop into h2 in depth and they found a very amazing idea, c5. Knight into h7. If you take this and black has fine compensation, even black is even slightly better. Black has all sort of ideas. Double bishop, just look at the power of this guy. They looks very scary. Very, very scary. So knight into h7 was played by Aronian. His rating was 2802. And let me tell you, Anand himself told many times that Aronian is one of the toughest opponent he ever faced. And back in 2013, Anand age must be 43 or 44 around, maybe 43. So Aronian is trying to press Anand. He wants to complicate the situation because when you, I mean, now we all know Anand is, even with age also doesn't matter. But back then, Aronian was trying to prove something that he can use Anand's age factor. And everyone was talking about Anand's age factor that he should retire. On those years, he played exceptionally great game. Knight g4, it was Anand's part of preparation. f4, here h3 is one of the very interesting line. Check and queen h4. The idea is to take queen into h3. Bishop e4. This is all theory. Huh? If you take this bishop here and he has this threat, and look at the very funny shot. And black will do the repetition. It's just a draw. So Aronian played f4, takes. This position, he should have played here h3. This was a mistake. Huh. Pause the video and find a good move for black. In this position, black played bishop c5. All this was part of Anand opening preparation. But he himself told very clearly that he forgot at some point. It is very normal because nowadays opening preparation file is so vast, you can't really remember and you have to work out every possible variation, and it is humanly not possible to remember everything. So when you prepare a lot, be mentally prepared that sometimes you will forget, and when you forget, you should have the ability and the confidence to find everything over the board. You can't remember everything. It is humanly not possible. And in this position, how much time Anand spent, I don't have that information. If any viewers found that information, please post it in the comment section, because Chess24 website is permanently shut down. I don't have any information how much time Anand spent here. So please provide that information. That will be very much beneficial. So bishop c5, bishop e2. I mean, if you take this, check here, queen h4, the mate is there. Because if you play h3, it's mate. So he played bishop e2, and if you take this, knight into c5, let's say knight into f8, then take, check is there. Go here, check. I mean, if you do this, there must be some unique, beautiful way to check. Maybe knight e4, knight g3, yes, minimum. Yeah. So if take this, and black is clearly better. Opposite color bishop, and black is having the initiative. So in the game, Aronian played this. Pause the video and try to find a brilliant plan for black. Here black played knight e5. If you take this guy, then obviously check, king, and you know this famous smothered mate. So this is really beautiful to watch. Every single time when you watch this, it's absolute joy. If you take this, check, king comes to here, check, and black is winning. Same smothered mate, finish. He took this, bishop into g4, check, and knight into g4. Idea is queen h4 and mate. So he took this. Now if you play queen h4, then there is queen h7 check. So you can't play queen h4. Here this is absolute beauty, f5. This move is called intermezzo. Okay, intermediate move. The threat is now queen h4. If you play knight g6, which he played to prevent knight queen h4, then simply queen f6. Black is one rook down. Can you imagine? And he's playing such a simple move. There is no check capture something. There is no forcing moves. He's just playing, and he wants to take the knight. Then he will do threat. This position is completely winning for black. I have, in my chess career, I have seen such examples are really rare, extremely rare. He played h3. Unfortunately, white can't do anything for this threat. He played this, queen h5, queen d3. It's like poor Aronian. And bishop e3. This is the final blow, is beautiful. This entire game is exceptionally beautiful. I mean, and the very interesting thing part, all of you to notice it, Anand forgot what was the exact move order. He saw everything. All this part he saw in his opening preparation, but he forgot. He had to think, and find everything. This thinking and finding ability is very important. One should develop it It's a vital skill.